guys, welcome to another awesome Kapow Toys review. Up today, it's the obviously Perfect Effect hands and feet upgrade kit for the Combiner Wars figures. Perfect Combiner PC-01 and PC-02. Obviously this is the black and the purple for your Autobots and, well, Decepticons or maybe just Menasor. So obviously these are going to go with what we have at the minute, Superion and Defensor, and this will go with Metroplex. So yeah, that's the packaging. Not going to spend much time on this, and it just shows you how to transform. These are the instructions on the back here. So, getting that out of the way, here are the bits. These are the feet. And these are the hands. Now these do like transform into weapons. Let me just adjust my camera. There you go, that's better. Let me bring in the awesome Alpha Bravo, and I will use him to demonstrate the weapons. Now with the hands, come on camera, focus. There we go, sorry about that. Okay, with the hands, the transformation is really nice and simple. You want to kind of push down on the bottom side. You see how it kind of goes around? You push down on the bottom side like that. Because if you just it's got like a hook, and if you just pull it, you might damage it. So if you push down and pull it around like that, it splits the hand in half, and then you bring the fingers in like that, twist the thumb back to create like a sight, and then you just come around down here, we go, and bring out the handle like that, and then there is a gun, and we shall use Alpha Bravo to demonstrate how that gun looks. There we go. Sorry, my camera seems to want to not focus this evening. There we go. So there is one of the guns, and obviously both of the hands can do that. So again, you just want to push down on the bottom half of the hand, and it will bring that round. Flip the handle down first. Flip the fingers round. Rotate the thumb to make like a sight, and there we go. And then he's got like double guns, so that works. They look okay as guns. Yeah, I think they work. They are a success at what they are doing there. Personally, I think, just for my own opinion, if you're going to buy this set, then you're probably buying it because you want the hands and the feet. So whilst it's nice that they included it and they work well, the transformation works well, I don't think that it's wholly necessary. But it works well, it does what it's intended, it looks good as a gun, I think. But if you're buying this set, you're not going to spend the 25 or however much it is pounds, because you want some extra guns. You might do, I suppose, but for my money it's going to be because you want the hands. And then you come to the feet, and these are big feet. These are much, much bigger, and I have borrowed a friend's Superion, so you can see the difference once I get all this put together. These are much, much bigger. So this is 1 foot, and these come apart, so they just pull in half like that. And you can either have 2 separate miniguns, so let me get Alpha Bravo ready to hold this for you. So you either have like it's the same transformation either way. So you fold that in half, you take this little piece here, and you just pop it down, and then you come around here and you got to get your thumb nail or something in there, like that, and bring the little peg down. Yeah, there, like that. You see, just so it's in there. You just pull that out, and there is one up here as well, so you can have that there, or you could use this. So there's many places where there's the peg, and then they can either hold it. Well, Alpha Bravo can't, but they can hold it like that. Do it two-handed if you want. So that doesn't look very good, but you know, they have the options there for this big old gun, which is nice. You know, again, it works well as a big minigun. That works. And if you wanted to, then you can do the same, where you just flip that round and pop that piece in, and then take the two halves, and you have this little kind of connector here, and it's like a hook. You see that? And you just hook the two there, and they connect together, and you have a dual firing thing. Like that. And obviously you can connect all this in plane mode as well. I shall show you that towards the end of the video. So yeah, so for the main thing that you all want to see, let's see how they look as feet and hands. So transform all this back. Like that. Don't forget to lift these little bits up, or else it won't fold properly. And then there we go. And clip it all back together. And this is your ankle part here. So you got a nice ball joint, and it is solid. I've had to play around with it. That's where you're going to get all of your pivot from. So make sure you get the right foot on the right side, which you'll be able to see when you get it in hand, because obviously you want the ankle to be able to pivot the right way. So there's one foot, and there is the other foot. So we shall take Alpha Bravo very carefully away for now, and bring in Superion. And as you can see, there is a bit of a size difference in those feet. So we take off the tiny feet. You know, they are dwarfed by these new Perfect Effect feet. And just plug them in, hole, peg, plug it up, and plug it in. There we go, it's nice and tight. And then we come onto the other side, and we get this and plug it in, making sure you push it all the way. And there are his feet. Now, I'm not going to lift the camera up just yet because I want to show you the articulation. And obviously with the old feet there was no articulation at all. It was just a matter of these will make him stand. But with these new feet there's lots of articulation because they're on those ball joints. You can get a nice wide stance out of him. You can get him one foot at the front, one foot at the back. You can use that knee joint. You know, there is lots of articulation in the ankle. You know, and they hold up well. These are really good. They're, like I said, it's just a ball joint and it's only on friction, but it holds up really, really nicely. I'm really impressed with that. I think that works well. It looks much better. Let me just put that to the side and I'll bring across the other Superion. And you can see the difference in the feet there, and it makes these ones look very silly. So yeah, there's that. So let's pan this up and we'll have a look at the hands. Okay, for the hands, very much the same. You just unpeg the old ones, and as you can see, this little peg here has got like no articulation to it, whereas if we have a look at the new ones, there is, whilst it's not a ball joint, it does have, you know, side to side articulation, and you just peg that in. And I will leave that there so you can see the difference between the two. Now, I don't think the difference in the hands is quite as drastic as the difference in the feet. I do think the Perfect Effect ones look better because they look more like hands, whereas these kind of look like his. I don't know. I'm not sure which I prefer. It's close. I've got to be honest. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm genuinely not sure which I prefer. I mean, these ones have got more going for them. There's a lot more articulation. Each finger's individually articulated, and you have got the movement in the hands. You know, you can see proper fingers, whereas these ones are just a big lump. But, you know, these look like they'd really, like, beat stuff, whereas these look more like they'd be better at everything. Does that make sense? Am I making sense there? But anyway, take the other one off. I'll just put that to the side and get the new one and peg it in there. Now the pegs and the holes, they're not too tight. They are the perfect level of tightness. They're a lot easier to get in when you're not trying to do it on camera. But here, that's how it looks. So if I'll take the small one just so it's a bit easier to do on camera. He's got the little groove cut out in his hand there, and you just kind of push that into the hole, and then close his hand around it much the same, and then he holds it like that. So it's still the same sort of way of holding the gun. It's just a hole at the very top of the hand. So that's not much of an improvement on the way the old hands hold the gun, if I'm honest. But I think once I zoom out and you see the whole effect, you'll agree that it just looks a bit better. You know, at least with these ones, it kind of looks like he's got his hands around the trigger. The fingers are long enough. And when he's holding the gun down to the side, it's not touching the floor. So let me now zoom out, pan out, and I will bring the old Superion and the new Superion in, and you can have a look at how they look together. So one sec. And there we go. There is the difference between the old Superion with his teeny tiny feet and the new Superion with his massive feet. And you can see the difference in what I was saying with how this Superion holds his gun and it goes all the way to the floor, and this new Superion is holding it and it's like right up in the air. Now obviously I've pulled out as far as I can go, and now this guy is too big for the shot. And just seeing them like that, it makes a massive difference. In my opinion, I honestly think it makes a very big difference. Having the extra foot down there, it kind of... This one almost looks like he's missing his feet now. When you see the big guy's feet down the bottom there, he looks like a proper finished robot with the nice big feet, and I do think the hands look better. Looking at it all finished as the final product, I do think that that looks better. And you see Superion on the left, and I definitely, in my opinion, I think that this overall look finishes it off a lot better. So let me move this guy out of the way, and I will try to give you a bit of an idea of the articulation with the feet, so like you can really kind of get some better poses. I mean, see how that holds that nicely, and he's got a real solid angle going on there, and that's holding that without any problem at all. And you can get almost any pose you want now out of with his legs and his knees and his ankles. He's got loads more articulation, and that just makes for a better figure. So I'm really happy with these. What I'm going to do is just pause for a second now, and I'm going to stick the upgrade kits on Defensor and Menasor. They're all exactly the same. Defensors are literally exactly the same, and Menasors are purple. So it's all the same features, and I'm just going to give you a look at how the other bots look. So this is how the hands and the feet look when they're in their weapon mode on some vehicles. I think these work quite well. They look like big missile silos or pods, whatever the correct term is. I think that works. I think they look pretty good there. I like that. And this is Silverbolt with his massive machine guns. And I've got to be honest, I really like that. I mean, it looks like ridiculous and stuff, but I really like it. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, I think they work better as weapons for the vehicles than they do as weapons for the robots, in my personal opinion. But, you know, it's up to you however you're going to display them. For me, they're just going to be hands and feet for the big combined robots. Ooh. So, yeah, that's how they look there. So there we go. Again, they are a bit too big to fit into shot. But it just makes such a big difference having these guys like this. I'm surprised at how much better it makes them look. The feet alone just make the legs look finished off. It makes such a big difference. Let me just have a look at Menasor on his own for a second, and you get to see his feet nicely there. And I genuinely think it makes a big difference to the overall look. He just looks like a much bigger, beefier bot. I'm pleased with that. I think they've done a good job. It's a nice look. They are much better. I mean, if you look again at, I mean, that's the foot we had before, and that's the foot we have now. It's just miles better. It's a shame Hasbro couldn't have done that to begin with. I'd gladly have paid a bit extra to have had that. Obviously, because I paid a bit extra to get it now. So there's Menasor. Let me just bring in Defensor again. To the Defensor, and obviously again with the articulation you obviously get a lot more range out of it again. So yeah, I'm really happy with these, very happy to have them, and I think they are really nice additions to the set. They make the overall look of the Combiner Wars figures a lot better in my opinion. And I'm very happy to have them. I'm sure there are quite a lot of you out there that are going to be happy with the stock feet and hands that come with the Hasbro sets. There is nothing wrong with them. They do a good job. The hands especially, they work very well. These hands aren't that much better. But the feet make a big difference for me personally. I think they're very good. So yeah. There we go. Take a look at the links down here below, www.powtoys.co.uk. Also have a look at the blog. Let me know what you guys think of these. Do you think these are something you'll be getting? Or do you feel that the Hasbro feet and hands, Hasbro hand-foot gun is good enough for you? Or do you need to upgrade your Combiner Wars figures? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, subscribe and all of that regular stuff. And catch you next time. Thanks for watching guys. See ya. Goodbye.